here's what I'm doing to get to 18-inch arms in about 6 months to a year. So ever since I started going to the gym, arms have always been a weak point. So, but mainly because it's not that I don't have the genetics for it. Like I never say that I have like bad genetics because it won't. It'll just put a mental barrier in front of me, in front of my goals, basically. If you get what I mean. So I've just been training them like pretty shit, like ever since I started, and never like focused on getting stronger at uh, elbow flexion, elbow extension, whatever. Instead, I've just been focusing on getting a bump and getting out of the gym. Just like look at them for like 5 minutes, whatever. We've all been there. It's just something that we do. So how I'll be going about getting to 18-inch arms? They're currently at 15, fasted, no pump. I just measured them. Currently at about 15 inches. And let's see if I can get it to 18 in like about like 6 months, a year. I don't know. Just finished writing this new split that I'll be running. So basically on my first upper day, it'll be just a chest and back focused upper day. Then at the end, I'll put some unilateral movements so that I can still get relatively high motor unit recruitment, see if I can still progress my arm movements. Then on the leg day, the lower day, right after, I'll start with arms basically. So basically, just finish what I started in the first upper day. So I'll start with the giant press and a preacher curl, then do the rest of my leg day. Like my legs are not necessarily a weak point right now. I'm not trying to grow them, like except for my calves. I'll go try to like progress, add a rep, add some weight, whatever. Like this is something that I think not a lot of people realize, but even if you're like trying to bring up muscle group, you should still aim for progression in other exercises. So basically, even if I'm starting with arms, when I get to my leg work, I still want to progress my leg pressing and my leg curls. I've already maxed out the leg curl machine. I think I'll just try to get as many reps as I can, or try to add weight somehow. On the second upper day, it'll be mainly a shoulders and arms focused uh, workout. So basically, I'll start with shoulder press, preacher curls, JM press, you know, just a bunch of arm work. Then I'll get to single joint movements for the chest and back. So basically, I'll do either a pullover or a pull down, a regular close grip pull down, then a pec deck, which I'll couple with rear delt flies because I'll do shrugs instead of a T-bar row, because my arms will be pretty much cooked after all that. So after, I'll do on the leg day after, I'll just do one set of hammer curls and go about my leg day as usual. I've also like upped the volume in terms of neck and ab exercises. So for my neck work, I'm basically doing it every 72 hours instead of just like once a week. For ab movements, I think it's 72 to 48 hours, but whatever. So now I'll just start talking about if you want to bring up a muscle group. Obviously, if you want this stuff in like a shit ton more detail, if you want like step by step applicable advice, check out my ebook, and it's basically got everything you'll ever need. If you want stuff that's like not normally talked about much in the fitness industry, you'll find how to visualize your sets. It's a lot of like nuanced things that normal people don't talk about, but they really make quite a big difference in your training. So adding volume is something that a lot of people do wrong. Like the first thing is audio volume, which is basically you don't want to get over 8 sets a week. And even me, I'm trying to like bias arms. I did not go over 6 sets a week. I just upped the frequency. So basically, in every session, like I'm doing like upper rest, lower rest, upper rest, lower rest, and then just going. And as soon as you can notice that progress is starting to slow down, that's when you need to be lower the volume a little bit. Like if you basically have two sets of a unilateral movements, just do one set. If you're going to failure on everything, maybe leave a rep in reserve. Just these kind of things that'll really lower your fatigue and increase the chances of you progressing like on every single movement, on every single exercise. And yeah, one other thing is to really look at what type of muscle you're trying to prioritize because muscles recover differently. So basically, your chest, your hamstrings, your biceps, these are like easily damaged and they recover pretty slowly. So you don't want to train them very hard and very frequently. You basically want to leave a little bit of time. But everybody has their variables. So I think I can progress like 2 sets of preacher curls like every 48 hours, but another person might not because simply of how they train. But whatever. These things are like very dependent person to person, but still, some things just apply to everybody. Basically, if you're trying to bring up a muscle, stop going to failure on every single set because you want to progress basically. And to make progression like a lot easier, just set like a bunch of milestones. So for me, for my arm movements, just pick a handful of exercises and like put like set like a few milestones. So basically for me, I'm putting my JM presses, preacher curls, shoulder press, single arm extension, lateral raise. All of these I've like set my personal milestones. So basically, I think I'll just show them on. That'll keep you motivated to not only when things start to slow down, focusing on a number such as 18-inch arms or whatever is cool and all, but things will slow down. And when things slow down, that's when like motivation really drops, and you have to like keep on focusing on just grinding through the snow. And when you have like strength goals instead of just like visual goals, it's a bit easier to stay up, like you stay focused basically, and you can just say instead of getting to the goal, I'll just get to the strength milestone instead, and just that'll keep you a lot more sane. You won't like lose your mind trying to get 18-inch arms. And that's about it. Thanks for watching, and I'll make updates for